Are you going to Chessington for the first time soon, or do you just want to improve your next visit? Well, guess what? You've come to the right place. Here are 8 simple tips that will improve your next visit to Chessington World of Adventures. My first tip of the video would be to make Vampire your first ride of the day. This is one of Chessington's most popular roller coasters, easily getting queues that exceed an hour. This is exactly why it will be best to ride Vampire as soon as you arrive at the park, as the queue will be at its shortest, meaning that you won't be spending most of the day in a 90-minute queue. Alternatively, you could start your day on Dragon's Fury and end on Vampire, but because of Dragon's Fury being located near the park entrance, it would probably be better to save that for the end of the day, as the queue lines close with the park and not the rides themselves. This means that if you enter the Dragon's Fury queue 5 minutes before park close, then you're guaranteed to get on it, granted that the ride doesn't break down. Now this next tip relates choosing the right time to go. When visiting Chessington, you don't really want to be going during the summer months when the park is at its busiest, as you will struggle to get on any rides and have a good time. In my opinion, the best times to visit the park are either midweek whilst people are at school or work. However, if that's not possible, then weekends in April through to early June are also a decent time to go. Just try to stay clear from the park in mid-June through to the end of August, as that's when Chessington's at its busiest. A little known fact about Chessington is that 2 of their most popular rides, both Dragon's Fury and Zoofari, have single rider queues. Now this can be really convenient if you're visiting alone, or you have people in your group who don't want to ride with you. It's probably worth mentioning that these queues are usually shorter than the main queue. However, this isn't always the case, so just be aware of that. Also be aware that these queues are not always open, but if they are open and you're on your own, then it's a great time-saving tip that will allow you to get more rides done. Now this next tip is brilliant if you're wanting to save time and money, and that's to bring your own food and eat it whilst in a long queue. With this, you should be able to save yourself quite a bit of time, as you're not taking time out of your day to eat without getting any rides done. So with this, you're essentially killing 2 birds with 1 stone. However, if you're visiting with family and you're wanting to eat with them whilst avoiding the long queues, then I recommend that you eat your lunch either really early or really late. Now this doesn't exactly sound ideal, but if you want to get on more rides, then I'd say that the best times to eat are either at around 11:30 or 2 o'clock, as queues will be quieter between these times as most guests are out getting lunch. If you're looking for something to do at Chessington whilst dodging long queues, then this tip is for you. Unlike most theme parks in the UK, Chessington isn't just a theme park. In fact, the park is also home to a sea life centre and zoo. These attractions are included for free with park admission and make for a great alternative if the rides are busy or you're just too nervous to ride anything. However, if you're looking for a ride-based alternative when the coasters are a long queue, then Chessington also have a good variety of attractions that are fun and have consistently low queues. My personal favourites of these include Monkey Swinger and Tuk Tuk Turmoil. Another tip that's commonly overlooked when visiting Chessington is to arrive at the park as early as possible. If possible, you want to try and get to the park at around 9:30, which will give you around half an hour to get through the security and ticket queues, meaning that you're almost guaranteed to get into the park as soon as it opens at 10. This in turn will make it a lot easier for you to get on some of the busier rides such as Vampire or Cobra with little to no wait. This is because most people arrive at the park at 10 and get in at around 10:30, which will give you a slight head start over most. Now this next tip is great if you're looking to save money, and that's to either bring your own water to the park or purchase a refillable quencher. Now, I will admit that I have mentioned this tip in every single video I've done of this series, but I honestly can't stress how great these cups are. They may come across as expensive at first, costing around £7 to £8 each, but with them you get endless refills throughout the day, meaning that you will make the cost up quickly, as soft drinks at the park can usually cost over £2. As mentioned, this is great for saving money, and also, as mentioned earlier, you can get as many refills as you want, making these amazing value for money. Now, I have mentioned this tip in every single video I've done in this series, but I honestly can't recommend it enough, and that's to download the Chessington app. With the Parks app, you'll be able to access a park map, information that you may need throughout your day, and up-to-date queue times. The app is very convenient and free to install on both Apple and Android phones, so for that reason I definitely recommend that you download it before visiting Chessington, as you won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully these tips do help you out when you visit Chessington. They've helped me out in the past, so hopefully they'll help you. Now, I'm not sure, this might be my last video of this series. I do want to do one on Blackpool Pleasure Beach, but I haven't been there yet, so no point really, because I've not... Yeah.
I do want to do an Importance Park, which I will do eventually, probably in the summer, so hopefully that all works out.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.